Welcome back to my channel at The Movie Optimist, where I try and find the silver linings and even the worst of films. Tonight, I just got done watching the newest film, Zootopia 2, which is a direct sequel to the first one. When this movie was first announced, I was a little skeptical because it was during the age where Bob Chapek was running Disney into the ground, and the board brought back Bob Iger to right the ship and get it back on the right path. And when this happened, they greenlit things like Toy Story 5, which a lot of people are upset about, Frozen 3, which a lot of people were upset about, and Zootopia 2, which a lot of people were excited about because it's not like we got an overabundance of Zootopia. But I was worried that they would fast track it to try and get butts back in theaters, to try and get people to come back to the theaters to see these films, because not a lot of people were going to see Disney movies anymore if it wasn't Moana. So I was worried it might dip in quality, but I am here to tell you that it doesn't a lot. It's definitely not as good as the first one, but it is a worthwhile watch if you're a fan of the first one. Essentially, in this film, it starts off right off the bat. Nick and Judy are on a case, and while chasing a perp through the streets of Zootopia, they create chaos and destroy a bunch of stuff, and they get suspended for it. And desperate to prove that they're not a one-hit wonder, Judy gets a tip while on suspension that this big gala event that's happening is about to be robbed of something very valuable, and she wants to go and stop it from happening to show the world that her and Nick are great partners together and that they are in fact great detectives. So they attend this gala, and in trying to stop the thief from stealing the thing that they're going to steal, they learn that it's this snake that's trying to get the book, because inside the book is something that can clear his family's name. His ancestors were framed for something long ago, and because of it, reptiles were banned from Zootopia forever because no one could trust reptiles, and he believes if he gets his book back, he could show the world that snakes aren't the problem, but somebody else is, and now it's up to Judy and Nick to help this snake prove his name. And I'll say this, I don't think that the story was as cool as the first one. It's not as refined as the first one was. It's not as intriguing of a case, but it's still a really fun case to watch, and it's still really endearing. The snake is played by Ki-Hu Kwan, and learning of his past and him wanting to clear his name is really endearing, and he does a very good job in this film as this warm, cuddly snake. And the reason you go to this movie, outside of the detective work and the fact that it's cute animals that could talk and live in a world called Zootopia, is the relationship between Judy and Nick, and it's firing on all cylinders here. They don't miss a beat. It's like they really are just working together every day, and you could feel the love and the care between these two characters, both on screen and off, and it just shows here in their performances. I think that their dynamic is the thing that makes this movie, and in a lot of ways, even if the movie was bad and the story was bad, which it's not, it's still worthwhile going to see them just hang out. I watched a show called Supernatural a lot growing up, and that show had a lot of seasons and a lot of episodes, and a lot of the episodes were really bad, but I still tuned in every week because I just wanted to hang out with the Winchester brothers, and that's how I feel about these two characters. It's just fun hanging out with Judy and Nick. But on top of that, you also have a great story in there. It's not as good as the first one, like I said, but it's still a lot of fun, and there's still all those little nods to modern movie things. Like there's a scene in this one that references The Shining. I don't want to spoil it for you here, and a lot of kids might not understand that, but that's clearly a reference to all the parents bringing their kids to the theaters to see stuff like this. And there's just all these different nods. You got the little Godfather like hamster thing back, and there's a ton of other ones that I don't want to spoil here, but it's part of the fun of a movie like this, as much as figuring out what's happening. Now, one of the big negatives I have about this film is that the movie kind of peels back the truth of what's going on with the snake and this book and who the enemies are right off the jump, and then the rest of the movie is about them trying to clear the snake's name. But I almost wish they held back on telling us that right off the jump, because it would have been fun to try and figure it out with these characters, and it would have gave kids an opportunity to try and piece it together with Judy and Nick and kind of get a sense of if they like movies like that, like a Knives Out or a murder mystery whodunit, where they have fun trying to piece it together. They kind of rob you of that experience. But outside of that, I had a blast. In a sea of movies that get sequels that are absolutely horrendous, this one is absolutely worth your dollar, and it's absolutely worth your time. I saw it tonight on Thanksgiving, and the theater was packed with kids and families that were all having a blast. They were all singing and dancing. They brought back the gazelle character that does the very popular song from the first one, and they do it again here. They have a new song here that's really fun, and overall I just had a really good time. But what say you guys? Are you excited to see this film? Has my review swayed your opinion on whether or not you want to see it or not? Let's talk about it in the comments down below, and as always guys, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you next time.